Help, Heather. Tell me about this whole calorie zigzagging, calorie cycling thing. How and when do I do this? I heard you mention it on a podcast or a webinar, and I want to know more. Okay, so if you go back to my interview that came out, I think it was this Monday with James Krieger from Weightology, we talked a little bit about this high level, which is it's the most important that you are eating at an average calorie amount per week. So let's just say you know that you've been doing everything right? You've been eating at a deficit, weighing and measuring your food, everything's legit. And your weight loss is kind of stalled out. A zigzag approach can sometimes help with a plateau, but it's not gonna solve massive problems if you are not weighing and measuring your food and eating at a calorie deficit. So those two things have to be nailed down. But let's just assume you're super great with that. You've been hitting that calorie deficit, weighing and measuring all your food. You can't figure out what the heck is going on. Well, what we want to talk about is having variation in the week. Zigzagging your calories is similar to what you're hearing. It's this idea of up, down, high days, low days, or high, medium, low days. So we start from the premise of you have a certain target number for the week. So let's just say you want to hit, and I'm going to use super round numbers here. Let's just say that you want to hit 1,600 calories on average per day. You would take 1,600, multiply it by 7 days, and then what you would do is, there's two ways you can do this. You can predetermine certain calorie targets per day. Some will be higher, some will be lower, but when I add all 7 days up, it equals that number of 1,600 times 7, okay? So there might be a day you're at 1,800, a day you're at 1,400, but if I add all 7 of those days up and I divide by 7, I'll get 1,600. So start with your goal number, okay? I need to eat 1,500 calories a day to lose weight, okay? Take 1,500, multiply it by 7. That gives you your total calorie amount for the week. Then you get to decide on how, I'm gonna apologize because I don't want that to be, you're gonna get to decide what days are high, what days are low through the week to fit your schedule the best, okay? So maybe Monday through Thursday, everything is super regimented, so maybe you make those your low days and you make a couple on the weekend your high days. Or maybe you take a true zigzag approach, which is low, high, low, high, low, high. And really this is for somebody who's been doing this a long time. They got the calories and the measuring down pretty sharp. And now they're wanting just to up their game a little bit because maybe they've hit a plateau. Maybe they're not seeing consistent progress. Little variations like that can make a big difference. It's the same idea with carb cycling. If you want to have low, high carb days, it just has a little level of variation. But if those first two things are not in check, I don't care what you do. If you're not at a calorie deficit and you're not weighing and measuring your food, so the accuracy is not there, then you're kind of putting the cart before the horse. Get those two things nailed down, do them consistently, weeks, not days, and then see if it helps you to add that extra little bump in. And it might be something you do just periodically to add some variation. So thank you for joining me for my Sunday sweaty and getting some tips. And I would love to hear if this helps you, so just kind of let us know in the comment section. All right, bye.